Welcome to DJM TV.
E don burst o. Senator Bulkachuwa don confess openly how e be take dey influence im wife wey be judge.
My correct people, we greet una. We welcome una to DJM TV, where ogbonge tori and update dey shele. So if una never subscribe to our YouTube channel, make una hurry now go subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that anytime we be like say we drop any update like this, una go dey notified sharply. And make una no forget to follow us on our Facebook page. Anyway, my people, make we quickly run enter the tori and updates we carry come for una.
Na inside Senate House, the senator for open mouth talk say when im wife be president of court of appeal, im dey influence im wife to judge matter in favour of im friends and colleagues wey be senator o. My people, make I no talk too much, make I leave una to watch this video and see how Arise News take analyze this whole matter. Make una watch the video.
At my age, I don't think I will lobby anybody under the sun. I would do the right thing, and I always do the right thing, and sincerely and honestly too. So, I know, I look at faces in this chamber whom have come to me and sought for my help when my wife was the president of the Court of Appeal. And I'm sure I'm...
the Distinguished Senator Bulkachuwa, I think I would advise that you just round up and take your seat.
Many names. We know ourselves. I must say that, okay, to round up, since that's what you want me to do, I will do that. And I must thank particularly my wife, whose freedom and independence I encroached upon while she was in office. And she has been very tolerant and accepted my encroachment and extended her help to my colleagues.
Distinguished, please, I don't think this is a good idea going this direction. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea.
It's a good idea.
Cracking up.
Hold on, let us take more reactions to this story.
It's a very good idea. God catch them.
God catch them. Well, former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Olisa Agbakuba, has faulted the senator's comment, stating that the comment was a monumental disgrace for the judiciary institutions and that he deserves to be taken up immediately by the authorities and that he has lost 3 cases presided over by Bulkachuwa. And so the senator's comment seems to suggest why, calling it a blight on his confidence. Well, let me take a reaction. This one is from Chidi. He wrote, Bulkachuwa so loved his wife that he had to take to the floor of the Senate to announce that she was a corrupt judge. Well, all right, in the same vein, a senator representing Imo West, Rochas Okorocha, during the valedictory session, said that the return of former Senate President Ahmad Lawan to the upper legislative chamber remains a mystery. Well, in a video that has now gone viral, Rochas asked Lawan to teach him how he returned to the Senate after losing the presidential ticket of the All Progressives Congress. Let's take a look.
Again, we shall all stand to say Nigeria is a great country. And to those of you, our colleagues, including you, Mr. Senate President, you know you're a very smart politician. How you came back is yet another political book to discuss.
Sorry?
How you came back is another chapter in our political history.
How I came back from where?
How you return to the Senate as a senator will open another chapter of great discussion in our political book. Because I was there in the field with you running for president. I never knew how you were able to meander and return and leaving some of us. Next time you must teach me how to do that.
It was a treacherous journey because we had to go through the courts. I didn't even appeal.
All right, confession for confession. What can we do here? I would start with Bulkachuwa about his wife. What do you make of that story, really?
Oji, I'm very happy this is happening. What a great time to be alive. God is a Nigerian. You can see what's happening underneath.
Yeah.
Sort of a very damning government. If we're a sane country that truly wants to fight corruption, by now the authorities should be calling in to expatiate more on those colleagues that were helped. He can do it to get away with it, but what about others that their wives are not judges? Must we all go and marry judges now because we want to get something? And I'm happy Rochas Okorocha also raised that case of the Senate. Even the incumbent Senate president, didn't the case go to court? Didn't the incumbent Senate president run for presidency? And we know how the case went through courts. You see, Nigeria has become a theater of the absurd. Overnight, when some people love you, you have done no wrong. But the moment you are at loggerheads with them, they will use everything to fight you. All of a sudden, Nigerians act like we don't see what happens. We don't see what happened in the process. All of a sudden, we are forgotten. But you see, like Rochas Okorocha said, that would be another political booklet to be opened. It will be on record the role our courts played. And we keep seeing all of that. But you see, I keep saying something, Oji. It is righteousness that will exalt a nation. And we are seeing them confess their sins out.
Absolutely.
Until we build in Nigeria, currently, like they say on social media, they play.
Yeah.
They play.
Olisa Agbakova described it as a monumental disgrace. He wants the senator to be arrested. Dr. Abati.
Okay, what is my response to this? Senator Adamu Bulkachuwa is 83 years old. So I don't know what happens when people get to that age. May we all reach that age and even go beyond. Otherwise, I don't understand why a man will publicly throw his wife under the bus like that. So, but he's 83 years old. Some other people will give his conduct some other interpretations. That's number one. Number two, I think he's on his own, except what he has said is corroborated. I think the excitement, the objection is because he's the husband of, Justice Bulkachuwa. Well, it's a medieval concept under the doctrine of the unity of spouse, that you cannot separate a man from his wife. So if a man says, well, I was influencing my wife, then, people will say, he must have done it. Okay? But he has to be taken to account to prove it.
Yes. To
corroborate his own evidence. I don't know if he's a monogamist. Okay, it may be a serious matter. You may say, husband and wife, they are one. But if he's a polygamist, the concept of the doctrine of unity of spouse will not apply in a polygamous setting. So if Justice Bulkachuwa is not his only wife, there is no unity where you have 2 wives, 3 wives, 4 wives. You cannot say you are of the same mind. The woman may be doing her own thing contractually and all of that. So I think, in other words, I'm saying that Justice Senator Bulkachuwa's submission should be, taken with a pinch of salt, except the matter is investigated and there is a corroboration.
Absolutely.
Number 3, apart from saying it was an irresponsible outing for Senator Bulkachuwa, I think it's most unfortunate that at 83 years old, a man that is supposed to be a man of wisdom, since in Africa we connect wisdom with age, we just throw his wife's entire career
unfortunate
adrift like that. Where is
That's
wisdom?
exactly what happened.
And which was Ahmad Lawan was telling him, don't go in that direction. No, don't go in that direction. Ahmad Lawan is a much younger man, but he seemed to have made a wiser intervention in the matter. Because to tell the truth, if you look at the career of Justice Bulkachuwa, Zainab Bulkachuwa, that's her name, she had a distinguished career on the bench, well educated, and all the cases that she handled, up to the time she became president of the Court of Appeal, she acquitted herself honorably. When it appeared in the 2019 case, Presidential Election Petition Tribunal case, that people were saying, she had collected 6 billion. She came out openly and said, look, I will stand down from this case. Not because I will not do justice. So the allegation, she said, had nothing to do, because she was clear in her mind that she would deliver justice as due. But because doubt had been raised, she honorably decided to step aside. And she retired from the bench March 2020. Okay? And she had a great, departure as the first female Nigerian to be president of the Court of Appeal of Nigeria. And then 2 years later, her husband goes to the valedictory session of the Senate and he was saying, I influenced my wife.
You are missing Dr. Patty's impression director. You should have
well,
seen it.
but as a standard practice here, I think the irresponsible nature of Senator Bulkachuwa's statement about a woman from whom he has 3 sons will have been shown to him, will have been explained to him. But you know, standard Nigerian behavior, he will come now, he will say, oh, he was quoted out of context. Or he will say, or he will say that you know, those who recorded him misrepresented him. Our prayer in this country, may our daughters not meet some of these men who will come and turn your career upside down. Amen. With careless talk.
Amen.
And he owes his wife an apology. He owes us an explanation. Yes. And those who have been saying that his allegations should be further investigated should go ahead and do so. But he's on his own in this matter.
All right. My next.
Hey my people, now wow, this senator just go for a wife hand, not be small. One spoil this woman career. Anyway, people, the updates will carry come for now like this with this. Make una drop on a comment and a reason how una see am, and make una don't forget to like and share. Una do well. See you all in our next video. DJ